Hi guys, and welcome to an episode of the Reliant Regal 325 restoration. So, I don't know where this video is going to fit in the series, as this will be after the car's revealed. Well, we've picked it up, revealed it, had a walk around it, seen what it's like, told you a bit about the history of it, and showed you what we've got to do with it. This video has been made prior to that, so what we're doing today is we're making the chassis for the 325. So behind me, on its side there, is a 325 chassis. So you may be wondering, or asking yourselves even, why am I making a 325 chassis when there's one sitting there? There's a quite easy answer to that. This one, although being 325 chassis, is missing the lugs to hold the rod operated throttle. It's a different brake setup. This is a later 325 chassis. The one for the camera sitting is an earlier one that has the pegs for a rod operated chassis. So what I'm going to do is, you've seen these rails before. This is the ones we made the Supervan chassis from. It's the same chassis rails for that one. We've got them here. What I'm going to do is measure the distance we need from here to here, on that one, for doing the angle. So what I'll do is, to make life easier, we'll pick this one up. Probably not be able to spin it round now. Oh no, we can. Ooh, don't want to hit the greenhouse. And there we go. We spun the chassis around, which means the bit that I need to see now is right there. So I'll just have a check, 'cause might not cover that with camera now. Oh no, we are, so that's good. Right, so these two rails here at each side are right in against the back of this plate. So what we want to do, take tape measure on that bit. I'm going to bend to the top of the curve, which is actually 3 feet. Now, you might see me in this video between feet and millimeters. Well, in imperial metric measurements. This chassis would have been built with imperial measurements, but because I'm more used to metric, what I tend to do is, if an imperial size fits exact, I'll use it. If a metric size fits better, I'll use it instead. But this one's 3 foot. So 3 foot to that curve. We'll check the other side. And just as I thought, typical Reliant, just slightly different. But it's going to be 3 foot. It's not much difference, but a slight difference. So on here, we'll mark 3 foot, which is to there. That looks quite tight for size. Are these bigger than the Supervan ones, I wonder? 270 roughly. Oh, I've made them the exact size. That's interesting. So yeah, basically these are the exact size they need to be for this rail. So we've marked one up over there. I'm just going to mark the other one while we're here. So I'm off camera a second, but it's the exact same as what we've done with that other side. 3 foot. 270, yeah. I'll double check this one's the same. That one's to there. Oh lovely, as soon as we start filming the sun comes out. Right, so that one to there, that one to there. That's basically the same size. So this is 3 foot between that end and this curve, this bend it'll be. So what I'll do as well is, to make sure this is square, as it should be, take that from there. Now, you can't do that, I've just realised, because this is actually tapered. So, that's where we need to be 3 foot anyway. So just there on that one. What I want to do now is, we'll study the side of the chassis, make sure we fold it the right way. So I'm going to move this again now. To here. As long as you guys can see it, and you can, what we're going to do is obviously we've taken the measurement from there to this point. Now, to get the angle, I've got one of these. I don't genuinely know the name of these. I got gifted this for making chassis. Basically, first thing to do is make sure there's no dirt that's going to interfere your measurement, which that was. And there we go. That is the angle of that back rails. So this will be coming bent like so. And why is my hingy head to interfere with that? Typical. What we can do is, we'll do the other side first, because it'll work better. So in other words, we're coming from there, bend to there, and then this will be folding like that angle. And to get the other side, all I'll do is I'll transfer this across. So that's 226. Now imagine this will be just about where I wanted it to be. Yeah. Now, I won't be cutting this line. This is obviously folded over, and we want to see what way it's been folded. So when I study this leg here is overlapping this one. So this one's straight, this one has actually been cut this way, and then it comes over the top of here. So probably to that would reach the 90-degree angle, and that would give you your angle. So what we'll probably do is we'll remove that bit there, this leg, and I'll get a set square and take that down there, so that we can remove a cut from here, like so. So this area, this triangle, will be removed. That'll let us come round and over the top. What I might actually do is I might not even remove the triangle, I might just cut it along this line, cut the leg off of there, and fold it over itself. But before I can do that, I'll have to grab a set square. So if you give me 2 seconds, we'll get one of them. It's luckily that when I've been cleaning up in the shed, it doesn't look like I've been doing cleaning up, but I have. Believe me, trust it, I have cleaned up a bit. I came across all the chassis tools still where I left them. So this one onto there like that. Pretty close where I line anyway. So let's get the grinder on the go and get this cut to shape. So we've got the grinder there, need goggles, safety first. I used to use safety glasses, but goggles actually turned out to be a lot more safer. So what we're going to do is just to double check this, because you can only cut once. Yeah, that's definitely the one. So we'll cut off the bottom leg. Now you won't see this side, but I'll show you once it's cut. So that's that leg off. Then take this. Cut up that line. That will enable this to fold round. What I'm going to do is not anything complicated. We'll just give this a slight notch at the bottom, just roughly like that, and this will just fold round out of the way. So I'll just put something in there, basically support this and give this a tap down. So same at this side, set square. Like so. Mark that channel. Be cutting this area out of it. So, grinder. We'll take the bottom rail out first. Right, now that's that angle cut. I'll have to get some pliers to bend this, so I'll have a quick break before I go and find them, and then I'll bring his back and we'll get this shaped round. Have a look. I might actually know for the pliers are, so we might not have to have a break. Let me go and have a look. I'll see if I can grab them. Right, so we've got the panel beating hammer. I've got a pair of grips. I'm not sure which ones will work best. It's not too bad. This will get a flatten out again once we fold the steel. Once I make sure it's in the right place as well. So that round to there. That round there. Now, it's obvious from that, that's not the angle. So what we need to do is take another bit off of this leg to let it come around. It's better cutting more than, well, better cutting little off than taking a great chunk off and then ruining it. So what I think we'll do is we'll take an extra, going by that, I would say an extra 15mm off this side, 20mm we'll say. Yeah, let's go for an inch. 25mm. we do have to come around quite a bit. So that's marked. I'll just push this down again, just so it's easier to cut it. Right, so that's that bit cut round. So give this a slight push. I can see it's still needing a bit yet. So we'll take another little bit out of it. Let's say 10mm maybe. So this will give us a size for the other side, so we won't have to do this twice. But just have to measure the bit we've cut, and that'll be it. So I'm going to take a guess at this one. I won't mark it. So that's that one. That must be going very much near the angle we need. That is it. Now, could have had that leg slightly longer. It's not a big problem. As long as this is the right degree, it's the main thing. So what I'm going to do is, before I put a tack on this, speaking out, if I get a tape onto this, roughly 85mm. Now, I may just be scribbling bits on the side of it, but it's the best way of working out how this goes together. So that's that rail, which will be for there. So all we need to do now is take this welding onto there, double and triple check this angle is right. So put the angle on there. Take off these goggles so I can see better. So basically, I'll make sure you guys can see as well. I've got this tool set on here until it's in the right position. I'm just going to clamp it with vice grips once it is in place, like so. That's in place. We've got the welder here. I've no mask around, but it's only to tack this in place. So that comes off. A couple of tacks on there. That won't shift now. tack down here just as well. What I'll do is I'll double check this angle as well. It should be the same position because we bent it that way, but no, that's spot on. I'll just put a couple of tacks on this side. Like so. That's one rail made for this chassis. This will then get, there's some cutting to do before that just sits on there, because it's to come down the sides a little bit. That'll get bent to shape, well, where it needs to be, using that angle again. Then that'll be ready to attach to the chassis, ready for the the wrong side of it, ready for that bit to be made and fitted. But we'll stick it on a time lapse to make up the other one, and then I'll bring you back when it's time to put these onto that chassis and turn it into a complete chassis rail. Right guys, before I go off camera, or onto camera even, just to let you know the sound quality might be a slightly less than what I'd like on this next part of the video. My microphone has gone flat, and because it's such a wonderful day, I don't have the time to go and let it charge to keep doing this. So I hope you can hear me okay for the next part of the video. If not, hopefully this won't happen again, but the microphone went flat halfway through filming. So during the time lapse you'll have seen that I've made up the other rail. Actually, it was quite easy to do now that I had the sizes from that one. Now I've already been playing around before I start this video. I started this part of it because we need to cut a bit off these rails to make it fit. Now if I've done my measurements right, that should be 40mm. But if I haven't done my measurements right, it's just a bit that we're going to need to cut out extra. So we're just looking for an area like that. And that trolley jack I've got, well, not a trolley jack, a car jack I've got out. It'll make a lot more sense in a minute why that's here. So on with the glasses again, and we'll go and get, that's surprising, a bit surprising even. So on with the glasses, and we'll go and cut this 40mm out. Just cut out this bit as well. Now, if I've done my measurements right, oh, there goes my cap. If I've done my measurements right, this is when this bottle jack is going to come into play. Let's move the rotten radius arm out to the road for the minute. This should, oh no, I haven't done it right. I don't think I've done it right. That should sit on somewhere like that. Now, this looks like up at the back a little bit, which is roughly there. Still need up a little bit. Try that. Getting close. Again. That's our angle. And what I'm going to do is, before that moves, I've got a clamp here. So just going to go straight in, clamp that in position, and do the same to the other side in a second. For now, that's the position it needs to be in. On goes the earth clamp. Oof, I'm not strong enough to put it there. I'm not strong enough that hand anyway. Left hand. Clamp's on. So all I need to do is turn the welder on and give it a little tap of the like that. That should be solid at one side. Now, because it's a funny sized channel I had, same as the last van, I'll have a go at this one. What I'll probably do is open this up slightly so it doesn't grip it as tight, but it's enough to pull it even. That. Then simply aim the welder, tack that in place. I'll do this side before I go over. So, take this off, when I remove that, I've got a chassis rail in the right position. So I'll put a couple of taps at the top as well, just to assure. Like that. Quite happy with that. One down here. One there's okay, so that's fine. And that is a 325 chassis rail. It doesn't look too bad. This one's needing a slight tweak down the way. But if we go from that point there to this point here, it's 270, no, 2 meters, 2 2 meters 277, I think it was. No, 2 meters 737. So we go for this bar. Back to here. 2 meters 707. That's slightly shorter. So where we lost the height, put the length to it. This is where you double and double check everything to make sure you've got them right. So as long as this is right, so this is going from that size to that size, it's 127. That's spot on there. This would be 220-ish. 230 I've got there. Maybe slightly. Maybe slightly higher with that one than we'd like to be. Maybe not actually, no. Because that one I'm measuring for this tight curve. You take it to where I'd be measuring the other one. It's actually pretty close. 230. There you go. No, that's good. So this back leg is the shorter one. So going from there to there, straight foot. There to there, straight foot. Why I'm getting a different size, I'm not sure. It could be an angle on that. 2 meters 740. Double check this one again. 2 meters 750. It could be just with the added thickness of this on it, or the extra end rail. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. As long as from there here is the same size, that's the main thing I'm concerned of. See, that's a different size again, it's 2 meters 750 at this side. So I'll do from there 2 meters 390. I'll try this one. 390. 2 meters. That's like 10 mil longer with this chassis, according to that one, which is not a big problem. 2 meters. Oh no, we're spot on. We're spot on in height, so that is right enough. But yeah. So that's that one. So now the next stage is put the next one on. So we know this is going to be 40. So doing that's not a problem. Just mark up 40 mil, cut it out, put it on. So we've got the pen here and the tape. So goggles on, we'll cut this out to size. Now if we've done the measurements right, it should just sit on this other side. So I'll take the protractor and all the measurement thing, whatever it's called, I don't really know. We'll go over to this side and we'll fit this one on. This one should just drop into place. We'll soon know. Try this on it. So this one's needing down a bit going brace. This is very fine tuning this, because I'm looking at the tool, just trying to get the angle just spot on. Like that. So that's the angle it needs to be at, without nudging it. Grab the clamp. No, I'm clamping that one tight again for the start, just to get that angles. Make sure that angles is right. With that. On goes the welder. Get this stuff over. And technically, this chassis has got a good connection through it. Don't need to move the earth from that side. So let's just see how good it is. That clamp can come off. Over to this side, open it up a bit. And it's snapped off. I did have this problem with these actually for a while, so I'm not entirely shocked. This is why I don't weld these myself, because the welder's not the best. So it's still in position. So that's it back on again. Still in the right position. Same again. Do a weld. rails as well. It's quite solid, so that'll do the trick. So now that that's in place, double check that angle. Just spot on. Needs to be. We'll check this side as well. Spot on again. So that is really chassis bare skeleton made. To now go and put on a bar at the back of it to stop it wobbling. That'll also stop us bouncing because it'll be tied in the right angles and the right heights. But yeah, we've got the basis of a 325 chassis. So this is all quite exciting. So anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Reliant 325 restoration. We'll lift it up a bit so you can see where I am. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the 325 restoration. I really hope you guys are enjoying this new series. This is one of the vehicles I've been trying since the beginning of this year to get home. So I really hope you guys like it. I know there's not many of them about, and I know it deserves to be saved. So here it is. This is the bare bones of it. I'm still waiting for the car to come home, but by this time you guys will have seen the introduction, the walk around, what's happening, and then probably this will be happening. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, and let me know what you're thinking in the comments. I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna have to go and make up some more metal, so we can't do all the chassis in this video, I'm afraid. But the next time you join, we'll probably be putting in the centre rails and making up some of our bits and pieces that's needed to finish it. So until then, if you wanted to, well, if you liked this video, remember to give the video a like. If you want to keep up to date with these Reliant videos that I do, and the Bond Bug, again, so the Kitten, the Bond Bug, the Super Robin, the Regals, because we've now got the Mark V and the 325, and the Super Van, which will be a white paint by this time. Might even be back from paint by this time, I'm not really sure. Yeah, if you want to keep up to date with all that Reliant stuff, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell and keep up to date with everything that comes up on this channel. And if you've got any Reliants lying about that you think would be ideal for this channel, just drop a comment and I'll hopefully see it and get back to you. There's quite a few of the freewheeler range I haven't got yet, but it's not to say I'm just looking for more projects yet. But it'd be nice to have a complete selection of Reliant freewheelers, from the Mark I Regals all the way, well, even the Regents all the way through to the very last Robin. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.